This work by Modigliani was unquestionably the best work by the artist ever to come on the open market, at least for the last 40 years. And so when you have an opportunity like that, it's impossible to put an estimate on it. You can't really say what it should fetch because nothing comparable has been on the market.
And the provenance was completely incredible, you know, always in the same hands.
With a market that has been consistently strong for the last 3 to 4 years, it does attract very fine quality works onto the marketplace. So what you see is owners who inherited works or who have owned works for many, many years feel that this might be a good moment to sell. They are not going to want to take too much of a risk. They will want to have their downside protected, and therefore they will discuss to which company to give their work based on the financial package they will be able to obtain. And that explains that at the top level, guarantees are more and more the norm. It has certainly been a vendors-driven market for the last few years.
But I think some people also rest at the moment. You know, there was so much buying going on. It's quite normal that they have to take a breath for a moment. I think all these collectors who love collecting, who love the excitement, they will come back. It just takes them a moment to, you know, digest it all, what they've absorbed in the last years.
It's in many ways a very healthy development, because with every round of sales that have been successful and more record prices achieved, the expectations of individual vendors go up and up and up. Nothing can't just go on going up and up in a vertical way. The fact that it has shown that there is selectivity in the market and that not everything automatically sells is in fact a healthy thing.
There are always opportunities, especially in that market where, you know, it was a little bit up and down now and tries to adjust itself in that consolidation. But it's definitely also a seller's market. If you have AAA works, they sell for higher than ever before. What I've also found interesting is that you can see a shift in taste. Photorealistic works by Richter were the holy grail, and now everybody wants abstract works from the 80s. So there is a shift in taste, like has been before, for example, with Picasso. First it was the blue phase, now it's the late work.
I think the auction galleries do need the galleries themselves to be active in the same way that the galleries do need the auction houses. And so when you attend a big evening sale like that, that's really the biggest moment for the auction houses, when all the focus is on them. But equally, when you have the big art fairs opening, whether it's in Miami or in Basel or in Hong Kong or elsewhere, that's when you have all the focus on the top galleries. And when you sell a work in a gallery, the only way you justify the price you're asking for is by comparing it to maybe a similar work that was sold on the public market. So both need each other, and at the end of the day, it's not a competition between them because they benefit from each other.
Every situation is a different one. What I can see with the new money is that many people are so used to the stock markets, and they're insecure also what to pay privately because they don't know the art market. They buy it like a brand, like a super brand or something, so they feel more comfortable to see at auction, you know, who's bidding, or even that they are underbidders, because then they feel secure that there's a demand and then they would bid. They wouldn't have the same situation if you offer them something privately. They always would think, what is this? But then they're the real true connoisseurs or know the market better, and they love to go also privately. So it really depends on the situation.
When you're interested in an artwork, your prime responsibility is trying to obtain the highest possible price on behalf of the vendor. I always say you've got to eat your cookies while they're being passed, and so when there's an opportunity, you either seize it or you don't.